That was just Roy Fizzlebottom with My Bop Bop Is In Fact Nice, the retort to Barry Goldman's Bop Bop. The following show may contain strong language as well as other content not suitable for younger viewing audience. Could be spoilers, so check the description and stay tuned.
It was a woof woof ribbit beat. Woof woof ribbit. Woof woof ribbit. Oh man.
Party time. It's fine. All the time. What could that possibly mean? What
Quack,
could this
quack,
signal?
I'm a duck.
What?
Quack, quack, I'm a duck.
Why am I a
Your
duck?
pet- No, you're not a duck. Your pet duck is a duck.
Why would I have
Quack,
a pet
quack,
duck?
I'm a duck.
You
I
have
don't
a
even-
pet duck to play the thrift store keyboard.
Why would
Quack.
why would a duck play a keyboard? What am I missing?
Why wouldn't it?
What?
Why
yeah,
would you
but
not
wha-
teach your duck to play a keyboard if you had a duck?
I mean, yeah, that'd be
It's
nice.
so
to
obvious.
Finally,
They can
jam.
just peck at it.
Oh, hello everyone! Welcome to the Moderators Community Happy Hour, episode 81. I am the Manimal, and joining me on this exciting occasion, it is the piped, pickled, platinum, peppered, papyrus, paper, pandemic, panormous, pantextual, panorific, porific, pathetic, pink. It's Paipis.
50 words per Paipis, eh?
I didn't quite reach 50 there. I'm sorry. Also joining us
Near
is Coryn.
I don't even know anymore, man. I could be joining you. I could not be joining you.
Are you here right now, or are you not?
What
any
exactly are
we
we
ever
joining
hear?
anyway? Does this thing that we're joining cost money? Is it like a subscription?
It's actually a sex cult.
Oh, that's okay then.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. Oh
I am going to need all of your life savings.
yes, we're. Oh my god. Okay, we're having an exciting episode. We're gonna finally do 8 years of pop because Coryn listened to a lot of pop music, and
I
it-
broke
it-
myself for this.
He
I
broke
hope you
himself for
understand that
this.
fact.
He went through a lot. So later, a little later in this episode, we're going to be discussing pop from like 2008 to 18.
8 to 15.
8 to 15. It's going to be...
Then I will break
thrill.
down and cry for a little while, and it'll be good.
He's
very
going to
cathartic.
cry. It's going to be very sad. Before we begin, this is going to be a segment on every episode in the 80s. I'm going to do my, 10 good albums from 1981 because it's episode 81. This would be Rush, Moving Pictures, Iron Maiden, Killers, AC/DC for those about to rock, Journey Escape, Sabbath, Mob Rules, Rick Springfield, Working Class Dog, Van Halen, Fair Warning, Def Leppard, High and Dry, Kiss the Elder, and I guess Black Flag Damage because I like TV Party and I don't love the whole album, but there's not a lot of rock albums in 1981 that I've listened to. So, bam. There we go.
Yeah, we caught all of that, sure.
Yeah, you did.
You gotta listen back and the half speed on the podcast. I don't know if you can do half speed on YouTube.
Maybe. All right. That's that. So, how was your guys the weeks of you guys? You guys is the new host. Shut up. That's not even a good joke.
It's okay. Kind of dumb. Had to work. So, and do yard work and stuff. Went to
Oh.
New Orleans, and in New Orleans, I
Contracted an STD.
well, that, but also went to Scully's Records, which probably has the best used CD section of any record store I've been to. Its vinyl selection was seemed alright, but I was mainly looking at the CDs. So it's it's a good used CD section when you can find the album that you just discovered and just listened to
Oh, right on.
like right when you walk in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got Air's Moon Safari, David Bowie's Aladdin Sane, and The Avalanche's Since I Left You, all used.
Damn.
So-
I got some CDs today. I got 4 Janet albums, which
Nice.
Janet's freaking great, man. Like, oh, I listened to the Velvet Rope today. It's like the hottest album I've heard in my life, literally. I also
Yeah.
got some exciting records. I got like Bob Dylan, Blood in the Tracks for only $2. Not too bad. And I got that Yoko Ono album from '82. It's all right. I See Rainbows. It's kind of sad. It has a picture of Yoko and Sean in the back with like Ghost John. It's like, like he's like faded. And got that one Ringo album. where
Yeah,
he's on
John
stage.
was always faded, though.
Yeah. Yes.
They actually had to color him in for all his other photo appearances.
Oh yes. That's how it went back in those days.
Faded
Everyone-
both literally and figuratively.
literally and figuratively. But yeah, that sounds like an exciting and dynamic week. What about you, Coryn?
I worked a lot. I got to survey a middle school again. It's the same
Oh.
one I've been going to, but it's spring break now, so I didn't have to deal with middle schoolers all the time.
So
Okay.
then
Goddamn
how do you
middle
get results for your survey then?
It's not, well, the building doesn't talk to begin with, so it's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
Mm.
It just sounds
I-
funny. You're gonna go
That's-
survey a middle school, find out what everyone's favorite color is.
I got to find out which one of them were weebs and which ones were furries.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, I think that like usually they're the same, and like
yeah,
sometimes
they both cross a little bit.
yeah,
There
there's,
is
like,
a
little bit of
cross. There's a bit of
crossbreeding.
crossover, but this one definitely a furry. Just
Oh,
because I would walk by and see their art projects on the wall, and you always know the kid that's drawn anime.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
my first time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of Naruto, which, by the way, here's a little bit of news. I think Naruto is ending next week. Is it with episode 500?
Oh,
That's-
the show. I thought you were talking.
Yeah.
I was like, didn't the manga end?
Yeah, now the show's finally ending at I think episode
Gotcha.
500 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, now that the creators of that can move on to a completely unrelated and different show called Boruto.
Yeah.
Completely different and unrelated.
It's very original.
Nothing to do with it, you know.
That's so lame that that's
They're
actually
branching out.
happening. It's so stupid. Like I said, are they gonna make Bleachy go next? Like
Bleachigo.
Bleachy go. That'll be exciting. Everyone will
I
love
mean,
it.
we'll see how exciting that light novel that's coming out is going to be.
A Bleach one,
Yeah. It's
Oh.
written by the dude who wrote Baccano.
and it's like a sequel to Bleach.
Interesting.
Yeah, it takes place around like Rukia and Renji's wedding. Spoilers if you haven't watched Bleach.
You're supposed to say spoilers first. Now I'm offended. I read volume 1 and now I've been spoiled forever.
Yeah, and it ended like a year ago.
I know. Okay, well that's the thing. Well, okay. As for my week, it was one of those weeks where I was like, I want to do things, and then I was like, I should do something today, and then I didn't really do anything. That's what happens when it's March break, I guess. Just kind of sit around. I got dark roast at Tim's, and I got some comics. I finally caught up in my friggin' comics. I had at least a pile of 40 of them that I just keep buying and don't read. Because, that's how it goes when you're subscribed. You get a 10% discount. And you also get a pile of shit that you'll read eventually. And eventually came at last. So that was semi-thrilling. I also made some mixtapes because that's what I do. Not those lame, I'm talking about real mixtapes. I talk about them all the time. I made my 90th anime mix recently. That was a thing. So I got a
God, you
box.
kept track up to 90?
Yeah, I have all the track listings on my computer, and obviously I have a box full of them. That's how it goes.
Oh, obviously.
Everyone does that. Everyone just buys blank tapes and records from Spotify because that makes total sense to make a playlist of digital files recorded on a freaking cassette tape. Like, everyone does that. It's just a normal thing that happens. Right? Right?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah,
I'm sure that's true.
all the time.
Yeah.
So I forgot to mention that this weekend I saw Calvin Johnson, who, if you don't
Famous
know,
football player.
different guy.
Yeah.
Musician. He was part of the band Beat Happenings, and he founded the record label K Records, which was Kurt Cobain's only tattoo. And his late K Records released albums by like Beck and Modest Mouse, and so I saw this guy play a live set, and he's previously known for like, kind of like lo-fi indie-ish kind of stuff. He did some really sad folk songs at one point, but what I saw him play was a little bit different. Basically, well, you kind of have to see it to believe it. I'll post the link
Yeah.
here. Here's the link in the chat. It will be in the link dump on the episode.
I hope so. Vacant.
So, yeah, that was an experience. He's like 55 and he's rapping, quote unquote, over electronic beats.
That's pretty dynamic.
It's basically like watching a dad do karaoke.
Oh, look at this guy move.
Except he was entirely self-aware.
Yeah. Dad
But
karaoke.
still.
I like that. But he's still there. What kind of freaking house party were you playing? Was this like some big house, or was it like an average?
It was a pretty small house.
Yeah.
The room that we were in was like super small, big enough to fit. It was like the band was filled up half the room basically with all the equipment.
Did you get two people in there?
I mean, we crammed as many people as possible in there, but like everybody was, uncomfortably close to each other.
Yeah. Did you at least play some cool tunes for him?
We did, and we had a couple of locals, people like singer-songwriter types, but also one of the bands that tours with him played, and they were pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
We talked about Robert Fripp and Brian Eno and Scott Walker and a bunch of music nerd stuff.
Frickin' nerds.
Yeah, they were. I mean, honestly, they might have been a little nerdier than us.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, they were like talking about the controversy of like Robert Fripp. Did he play or did he not play the solo on "Babies on Fire" by Brian Eno?
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that controversy. It's
Yeah,
yeah, I know it.
it's
Sure do.
a controversy.
For all the ages. Oh yeah, well that's pretty exciting then. There you go. I just want to quickly, before we get into things, the first show of the season finally ended, Konosuba 2, and that was a freaking great show. 10 episodes like the first season, and we need more. This season just leaves you wanting more because it's a freaking great show of lovable idiots doing stupid things, and it got wild. And caught up with Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, which is, again, great show. Do I need to say great show every time? And Gabriel Dropout is always funny. Still need to catch up with the other two I'm watching, but that's exciting. We got like 2 weeks left of that. And I got new shows. You can tune in for first impressions, or you can tune out. You probably already tuned out, but if you're still here, hey, now you're in for exciting things. Hey, Coryn, how do you like your corn?
My what?
How do you like your corn?
I don't have any corn.
Do you like it popped?
Actually, on the cob is
Do
my
you-
favorite kind of corn.
No, you like it popped, right?
I mean, it's fine like that.
Yeah,
It's okay.
You like it popped?
I think you've hurt Manimal rather.
Do you like it popped? or
I
not?
think
It's fine every once in a while.
I
Do
think he's broken now.
Sometimes I eat it popped 8 years straight in a row.
Yes, sometimes
Because-
you like it popped, like
8 years of popped,
like
8 years popped.
years of developing popcorn. He's an engineer who develops popcorn bags for the microwave.
He literally develops
is-
the single-celled organisms that
That is
evolve
categorically
into
untrue.
popcorn.
If you don't want to talk about pop, you can just talk about Love Live. I ordered this Aqua's
You don't need
Spring
to talk about
Special
Love
magazine,
Live.
and And Psycho Amari's new album is coming in the mail. It should be here when this episode comes out, and it's gonna be something. I bet.
Yeah, I actually pre-ordered it as well.
I wonder who's gonna get it
I'm
first.
Curious. I don't know. Maybe me, because
Probably you. Well, actually,
it's
again,
me.
usually stuff here only takes a week. I'm still waiting for that knockoff Azusa figure that I ordered from a Chinese site. Again, that was $17 for $200 figure. So,
And I ordered a Chinese thing once. It took like 3 months to get here.
yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. That's how it went whenever I ordered shirts and stuff like that. But are we talking about Love Live, or are we
We're not
talking?
talking about Love Live.
No, we aren't.
What are we talking about then?
We're
not
talking about 8 years of pop
Hey,
music.
I guess you could say that
sounds good.
we ain't talking about Love Live.
What?
What's love got to do with it?
I don't know. Why did it talk about freaking pop already?
What does anything have to do with anything
Let's
anymore?
talk about pop already.
I'm really confused. Hi, we're going to talk about pop music. If you don't like pop music, you're in good company. And
I mean,
I don't
I
know
like
why I
pop.
did this. I don't know how this happened to me. I need help. I listened to 8 years of pop music a while ago. We were originally doing this episode in December, but my power went out, so we lost the episode.
Yeah,
That's
we
not-
only recorded half of it, but now we're back and we're stronger than ever. Because
We are.
as you can tell, we're strong this episode. I'm not gonna crumble over my own cracking of my own. Wait, no, that sounded bad.
What?
That's
You're not gonna. He's not gonna crumble his crack, right?
I'm not gonna.
It's just.
You want to smoke your crack. You don't want to crumble it.
Oh
Or
my
do you
God,
crumble your
okay.
crack before you... I don't know anything about crack.
Snort. I mean,
Anyway, the cookie crumbles is what they say back in my hometown.
Is that true?
No.
is everybody in your hometown a dad?
I'm sure they said that back in the day, unironically. I got a book from 1948, and I was like, all these people are like dead. A lot of them. And I was like,
Interesting.
Yeah.
and they're all like black and white pictures in there and stuff. It's really quite cool, actually. But
What is the book even about?
it's Finland in pictures.
What?
Finland and pictures.
Yeah, so there's like a sauna picture, and it's 3 naked guys just chilling out. Like, and it's uncensored because it's 1948.
Sounds like something you would want to hang up on your wall.
There's also a
mean-
page where it's a bunch of ladies like baking or something, and it's like, this is to prepare to be a good housewife. It's like, oh, that's 1948, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's 1948.
1940. Let's talk about pop already.
Okay, yeah, like what? 60 years, 70, yeah, 60 years after.
I don't even know any
2008.
music from 1948. Or do I? Actually, I don't think I do.
I mean, I might have heard a show tune once in a while.
When did Miles Davis come into existence? The 50s? I think?
Let's see. I don't know when his first album was. The first one I've listened to was 1949, I believe. So
Oh.
it's pretty close. Birth of the Cool is
Oh,
1949.
that's right. Yeah.
I'll say the oldest song I know. Let's see.
Have you heard those on YouTube, like those old recordings of like 1900 songs, and they're like these freaky like piano things, and they sound all eerie and stuff with like the opera vocals.
Mhm.
1909, I guess, is technically the oldest pop
Okay.
song I guess I know.
Yeah.
But that's a Homestuck thing too, so it doesn't really count.
So I've listened to plenty of classical music from early on. Jazz too. I mean, bebop was like 20s, 30s, 40s.
Hey,
So
this
Charlie
sounds like-
Parker.
Oh yeah. How about 2008, Coryn? How about...
Nothing important happened in 2008,
This is the easiest.
except Obama. Anyway,
Oh yeah, Obama. I remember Obama.
thanks Obama. We miss you. Please come back. No. Okay, so backstory on this is I was at work listening to music, as I am wont to do. And I came across a dude who, I try to remember his name yet again, who basically took pop songs from a certain year and combine them into one big mix.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Cicerella,
I
something
don't,
like that. He did mouth sounds.
not him.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember the actual
I bet his
oh,
name
why can't I remember the name? Because he names them something unique for each year, depending on it.
was his
And I'm trying to
name
remember.
David Guetta?
No. Wait, no, I found it. It's DJ Earworm, who did United
Oh,
States of Pop.
gotcha.
There you go. We got him. We got his name now.
Figured it out. Right. So I got and listened to that thing, and I thought, because I like this song, I'm going to listen to the top 100 songs from whatever year it was, 2009 or whatever. And then I thought, wait a minute, I became like cognizant of pop music back in 2008, and then that lasted until about 2015, at which point I gave up, which basically encompasses end of high school and all of college. So I decided, basically on a whim, to listen to the top 100 songs for each of those 8 years, and then I went slightly insane.
Slightly.
And now we're going to talk about it, year by
Alright.
year. That is the plan.
What,
so
what
for
year
those-
are we gonna
One.
start with?
We're going to start with 2008 for those of you following along at home.
Okay. And I think
You want to look up your favorite.
right away.
top
There's
100
one
songs
song I
to listen
like. You know, I keep bleeding love. Like that was a decent tune.
I don't remember that one.
No,
Let me look
it was,
back.
they played it in like department stores all the time and everything. It was on the radio a lot.
What song are you talking about?
Bleeding love.
Leading Love? Oh, shit. I don't know. I don't remember 2008 nearly as well. Low,
Well, that's when Taylor
obviously,
Swift
came out.
and Katy
Lollipop.
Perry came into existence.
I remember
He did.
Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Is that the
Vita
one that
La
has the
Vida came out
solo in
way-
it? The Lil Wayne
Did
guitar
what?
solo.
Didn't Lil Wayne have a guitar solo in Lollipop?
Yeah,
I
and,
don't know.
and it was like the most pathetic thing.
He
Honestly.
does have. I mean, he isn't great at guitar. We'll say that.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if he's great at anything. I have a whole...
Oh,
I
this
did a
is-
whole rant about Lil Wayne last time, about how he sounds like a 5-year-old girl who's about to cry at all times.
Yeah,
Fucking Lil Wayne. Stop putting Lil Wayne into things. God,
Chris
doesn't-
Brown is all over the chart. I don't like that guy at all.
I don't hate Chris Brown nearly as much.
Yeah, and then I remember
Musically speaking.
back in the YouTube days when Mariah Carey came out with "Touch My Body" and had that music video with like the nerd. Wasn't he like
Oh.
from Geek Squad or something? I don't remember. That was like her last big hit, I think.
Alright,
That-
Carey had hits after that.
I don't remember anything else.
Didn't she? I remember Obsessed. Was that after?
Oh, I
We'll
don't
find
know.
out.
Yeah. Oh, this is when Pink had "So What" as well.
Yeah, Pink hit it big this year. Honestly, it was
Again,
an
this-
interesting thing.
This is when Katy Perry came into existence, and I've said it before. One of the Boys is like literally my 5th favorite album ever for a variety of reasons. You know,
Yeah.
and I think "I Kissed a Girl" is one of this like the worst song on the album, I think. But "Hot and Cold" is not bad.
God, it's so catchy though.
Yeah, but there's much better songs on that record, I think.
Yeah. But no, 2008 and 2009 are really interesting because you see a lot of the big pop stars from the next subsequent 8 years emerging
Mm-hmm.
right at this point. It's like Taylor Swift finally shows up. Lady Gaga shows up next year. Katy Perry shows up now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rihanna's
Or
getting big.
Jason Mraz shows up.
Jason Mraz. Jason Mraz is
Yikes.
fine.
Yikes. Nah, I mean, he'll probably, well, I don't know. He's against some pretty heavy competition but, you know, he might be one of the worst on here, in my opinion.
I don't know. Do you remember the
Personally.
Pussycat Dolls?
I do.
They weren't terrible. Wait, was Jason Mraz the guy who did
Yeah.
Dynamite, or
No, wasn't
that was
the-
Derulo?
That was Jason Derulo.
Derulo, yeah.
Derulo, whatever.
Jason Derulo.
Jason-
That's the
Jason-
only
okay,
way I know how to
Jason-
pronounce his name.
They still
is
play
in
that
the
freaking
sing-song.
song on the radio. I've heard it too many times.
Do they really still
Yeah.
play Dynamite on the radio?
Yeah,
where
they
you're at?
do.
What the fuck?
I know. It's so 2010, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, like T-Pain was going around doing...
T-Pain.
T-Pain's in fact can
Remember?
half of everything.
Okay, this is my T-Pain impersonation. Like that's what he sounds like.
Not that
Apparently he can actually sing, like,
Oh,
Well, I
yeah,
know
he
it's
can.
just it's just stylistic. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
it's-
figured out auto-tune and rolled with it. Made it life and career.
pretty much.
yeah.
But that's
I mean, like, a
2008.
lot of these shitty pop stars, as people will coin them, can all pretty much all sing really well. It's just they
The
feed them
music.
into amplifiers and shit
Jesse
like that.
McCartney was still around. Goodness.
My
Jesus.
goodness.
He was
It
still
was-
charting.
It was a transitionary year, to be completely
Yeah.
honest.
I think 2008 was overly. I think 2009 I started to become more aware of pop music and everything.
So, like 2008, I was just kind of getting into it, and a lot of what I really liked transferred over into 2009.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
2009 we got this is again Lady Gaga. Like, I mean, I didn't like her at the time, but in retrospect, she had a lot of great songs.
Oh yeah. I found out though, also doing this, you really, if you want to listen to the pop songs you're actually gonna remember from a year, only do the top 40, because after 50 or so, it gets into like the country top 40,
Oh God, no.
and you're just like, what? The
Hey, in
fuck is-
2009 at number 89 we got Bieber with One Time. Are you telling me that's not a classic?
No. Do we want to move into 2009? Any more thoughts on 2008?
No, not really.
Just Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. Oh, that's right. That's what 2008. Oh, I remember when that came out, and that was terrible. Superman, that hoe. Oh, God.
Basically, the presets on Fruity Loops.
Yeah, I
and that's
remember
it.
when that came out.
He's
That was,
basically just rapping over presets on Fruity Loops.
basically.
that was something. That song.
All right.
Say
2009, the
Yeah, 'cause
late,
this is when we
the
got
year of
Gaga.
Lady Gaga,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
I'll be enough.
It's-
One of the songs I remember most from this is that bad Green Day song, 21 Guns. I don't like Green Day, and
Oh
that
yeah.
song's no different.
See, that song would be okay if it had better I say better production, but what I really mean is worse production.
Yeah,
And-
no, it's really glossy. One, two, yeah.
It's I don't know, it's just like lacking, like completely lacking in energy. But the song would be good if it, had some more fitting production. And
I mean,
if
I
they
still
didn't do
remember
the-
it, so
And if they didn't do the classic pop move of going back to the chorus, because honestly the song feels like it ends at the time where I think they reiterate the verse,
oh
and it feels like it's done.
yeah.
I just remember listening to that because that was my freshman year in college when that one came out. And they had a radio, tiny little clock radio in the bathroom that was cranked up to 11, just blasting music throughout the entire floor, basically. So I
Yeah.
heard 21 Guns at least twice a day.
Oh, that's good. I'm sure you have great memories.
I had to like it a lot more than maybe other people did.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, I was in love with American Idiot back in the day. And 21 Guns was kind of the song that made me go,
I think I told the story before about American Idiot, but yeah.
maybe.
I don't know. I don't like Green Day, and I never have. But, there are worse bands.
There
I've
are,
never hated them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Also, I think the best single here is "Waking Up in Vegas." That's a freaking great song from Katie.
Waking Up was in Vegas was fantastic.
I love
mean,
that song. The instrumental too is really great on that track. I love. The
I
ending.
barely remember that one. I think I listened to it in 2009.
Yeah, that's probably it, eh? And then
That's it.
this one you had the controversial Britney song "If You Seek Amy." Oh, so clever.
yeah.
So
But this
clever.
year did have Womanizer, though.
Oh yeah, and it had two Nickelback songs. If Today Was
Two
Your Last
Nickelback.
Day, which I like that song, and then Someday.
That's not a bad song.
Yeah, I like that one, and then Gotta Be Somebody. I don't remember that song.
Yeah, I don't remember either one.
Mhm.
Also, I know they were pretty much a one-hit wonder, but Cobra Starship. Does anyone else besides me remember Cobra Starship?
Yeah, they had that song with a few years later, didn't they? It was
Yeah,
I remember
they
the
had, like,
name.
another one that came out eventually. It's a good name.
I mean, oh yeah, I'm sure we'll get to them in another list because I don't remember this song, but I remember another one.
The Good Girls Go Bad isn't great, I'll be honest, but it's catchy.
I remember Gives You Hell and You Found Me, because
I thought that Gives You Hell was like a newer song because I never heard it until I don't know later. You
It
know?
comes up every once in a while.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I know.
It's gone just enough for you to forget about it, and then they play it again.
Yeah, and then okay, I'm not a fan of Single Ladies. Just gonna say that.
Actually, if I'm being honest, Single Ladies is probably my favorite on here, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've never
But,
liked Beyonce. I've also never given her a chance, so I don't know.
I was like,
Let's
what
see.
Beyonce song? Halo. I loved Halo.
Oh, yeah, that was
It was-
okay.
Like Halo was one of the songs that actually really made me interested in pop music and made me realize it wasn't all just shitty background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Halo's
pretty
cool.
dynamic. Oh, there were Kelly Clarkson songs on here. Did anyone even know her in 2009? Like she just kind of faded
Oh
out
yeah,
for a
my
while.
sister was a huge Kelly Clarkson fan.
Yeah, well, I know she came back with the stupid song we'll get to later, but I didn't know
Yeah.
those ones.
Speaking of, Miley Cyrus has showed up.
Oh God, with
Oh,
the
yeah.
climb. Oh, I
mean,
puke. I could puke thinking about that.
I don't remember the climb. I'll be
You
honest.
don't
with
remember
you.
this from the Hannah
I
Montana movie?
absolutely
Okay,
remember Party in the
There's
USA,
your problem
though.
is I didn't watch the Hannah Montana movie.
Well, neither
didn't
did
know
I,
who
but I
the
still
Hannah
remember
Montana
it.
Was. It wasn't until I want to say like 2010 or maybe 11 that that somebody informed me that Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana were the same person.
Well, again, I watched that show when I was younger, so generational difference.
Basically, just
Yeah.
kind of missed it.
Oh yeah, and of course, number one song was "Boom Boom Pow," which wasn't my favorite track ever.
I enjoyed
Black
it.
Eyed Peas are always just kind of not terrible.
I mean,
Usually-
I think I
Except
got a
for My
feeling.
Ones, yeah.
I got a feeling is all right. Like I've never had anything against that song, but
I mean, I got a feeling was like one of the soundtrack songs for my first year at college. Basically,
I mean, they make
Yeah.
great party music, I guess.
they do.
That's the
And,
point, really.
I mean, I don't know how you guys feel, but Will.i.am as a person is a fantastic human being.
He doesn't seem like a bad guy. Yeah.
He's not like he grew up in like a really shitty neighborhood in LA, and then he started like I don't remember if it was like a shoe brand or like a car brand,
Oh.
but he like set up a factory like just to bring his old hood out of the shitty hole
Well,
that
that's
it was
cool.
in.
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Actually,
Like, he's legitimately a good human.
I
being.
love his name too. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a very
Will I
clever
Am.
name.
Well, and also he gets points for doing the theme song to Samurai Jack.
Oh,
But-
he did. I didn't
Yeah.
watch that show, but okay.
It recently
Bam.
came back, which you do need to watch the revival now that it's
Oh, and
out.
of course, like, okay, there was Viva La Vida,
Viva La Vida. Well, that was 2008.
Oh my God, that song! I thought it was older.
but it's on the charts here for 2009.
I hate
Like
that.
all the top songs from the previous year will always show up on the next year, so there's
Yeah,
always a bit
well-
of overlap.
And also, that's the way it works with the Grammys too.
Oh wait, you confused me.
Those
I
songs
thought.
win Grammys.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like
And,
"Liva la Vita Lotta," and I was like, no, that's not from 2009.
Viva La Vida Loca, huh?
Okay, I don't remember this one. I thought you were talking about something else. Like, okay,
The Coldplay one.
all right. Oh boy.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
this is-
Brian Eno does some great production on that album. So
Right on. And
Brian
then
Eno's always good.
I didn't know Pitbull. Like, I don't know any of these songs. Like, he came into... I kind of love Pitbull because of how stupid he is, but I didn't know about his earlier stuff.
Yeah, this is where Pitbull first showed up.
Hmm.
With I Know You Want Me, which was it was better than some of his older. Later
Again, I
stuff,
like
my
Pitbull because of
estimation.
just how stupid he is and everything, you know. And there's one song we'll talk to later that I really love, but yeah, I think that's 2009. There's anything else to say about that?
No. Like honestly, I will probably at some point listen to all of 2009 again just because I love that year. But moving
Yeah.
on.
Moving on.
2010.
2010. One of my
Kesha
top.
showed up.
Kesha.
Oh,
I,
Kesha.
I love Kesha in retrospect. I think she did great stupid music and
I'll have to give
You know.
her another listen, but I hated TikTok like back then.
I didn't like it at the
That
time,
was-
but in retrospect, I'm like, you know what, that was fun. It's a lot funner than stuff that's on the radio
Anyway,
now.
the worst, I guess, the worst perpetrator is Train.
Oh Jesus
with
Christ!
Hazel's sister.
I hate Train.
Train has
Oh,
only gotten worse too.
I don't like Train at all.
This last
I-
year they released.
I really like Train. I love Hazel's sister. I hate
Okay,
you
now we're
both.
gonna have to fight.
All right. I've got a knife.
I
No.
have this guitar.
No knives. I don't like knives.
It has
Stop
a whammy
that.
bar. It has a removable and pretty big whammy bar.
Train fans are so soft. You don't like knives. You don't even fight with knives. Come on.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I own knives. I don't fight. Well, I mean, I do fight, but that's not what I mean.
Yeah, but no, 2010
yeah.
is the year that I really remember because Teenage Dream is one of my top 10 songs ever. For one, it's a freaking great song, and there's a lot of other stuff that's memorable from this year.
See, I'm surprised Teenage Dream didn't hit as high as, or hit lower than California Girls.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
That's-
well, it's
I
a
mean, I
much
listened
better
to the
song
shit
than
out of
California Girls.
but at the same time,
Teenage Dream was significantly better because when California Girls came out, I was still like, this is dumb. But then one day, that fateful day, I was making a peanut butter and jam sandwich, and Teenage Dream came on TV. I was like, wait, this is good. And then I like pop music. It was that simple. It was a moment of awakening, as you would call it. Pretty
you
exciting.
ascended to a different plane of existence.
I did indeed.
Yep.
And then, what else do we have from this year? Airplanes. I remember that one.
Airplanes was good.
Looks like Nicki Minaj charted for the first time on a feature with Ludacris.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember that song. But, yeah.
Was Nicki Minaj with Ludacris on that? Where?
Yeah,
What are we looking at? What song are we looking at?
My Chick Bad, and also Your
Well,
Love.
Nicki Minaj is up at 8 with Super Bass. Oh,
What?
wait, shit, I'm looking at 2011.
Yeah, wrong year.
Damn. I accidentally
ahead.
clicked away and I came back to the wrong one.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what
I-
Bruno Mars. I thought Bruno Mars was pretty shit when he debuted. but He's
Enrique
become
Iglesias.
he's become great now. Like I think his stuff is pretty awesome now. But I thought he was pretty shit when he came out with Just the Way You Are. To be honest, I hated that song so much.
I like 24 Karat Magic.
Yeah, that stuff
song's
is
cool.
good though. I like that stuff, and what he did before that too. But his first album stuff, I didn't like that at all. It got
And
played
can I-
way too much.
But, can I bring up Empire State of Mind? Because it's really nice to see some actual R&B on the top 100.
Oh yeah, that's
Where
the
is
that's
that?
the New York song, right?
Yeah, 21. Also known as the New York song.
Yeah, that was okay.
Ah, you're
Is
killing
it
me.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Cool. I'm gonna pull that up.
And
But
oh god, we had
yeah.
Owl City. I didn't like them.
I love Al Steady.
Yeah. Hey, you know what else we had at number 44?
What?
Baby.
Oh, fucking Justin Bieber. Fuck you, Justin
Yeah.
Bieber, by the way.
Oh god. What are you talking about? It's the best song
Such
in
a
history.
shit person. I hate him. I hate him so much. I'm so tired.
Oh god, I know.
Bieber
know.
songs are part of the things that made this really hard. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, I guess recently the last few songs I heard of his were actually okay. They're fine.
They were better than what he was doing before.
yeah,
Well, far better. I mean, he kind of stopped being such. Ooh. I don't know.
Well, I
don't know
mean,
how
he
to
was
explain
like
it.
a
He's
kid.
still writing like
he was like a
sappy
kid
love songs,
before, so
He was a
just
kid,
doing
and the
the
voice
music that
changed,
reflected
so-
that. Really.
But like, I don't know. I think just as lyrics wise, they've also improved and cut just general content
Yeah, definitely.
because it's not just a 5 minutes of baby, baby, baby.
You're telling me that's not lyrical mastery?
Not particularly.
Yeah, but is it better than I want you so bad, I want you so bad, it's driving me mad, it's driving me mad?
Who is that?
the Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
Is
I'll
it
be
better
honest,
than
I really don't know shit
Fishy
about the Beatles.
Playground?
Fishy's Playground, is it better than Fishy's Playground? Is it better than Don't Let Me Down? Don't Let Me Down. Well, that has more lyrics in it actually, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know. But no, 2010 was a very memorable
felt
year
it.
in terms of pop music, I thought.
Pop.
Okay. I'm like an Empire State of Mind. I remember this song.
Yeah, it's a good track.
This
And
was
Your Love Is My
Another one of
Drug
the
is my
songs
favorite
that-
Kesha song too.
that's pretty good. It's just this one had I'm a Bee, yeah, Black Eyed Peas.
I'm a bee. Oh god.
I'm a Bee. I love I'm a Bee. I
Yeah.
love the music video. It's got a giant robot just walking around dancing.
Fair enough.
And no beat.
No bees.
No bees.
Man.
Oh,
Not about actual bees.
Missed
I thought it was
opportunity.
about actual bees the first time, and I thought it was amazing for that. And sometimes I still kind of think,
yeah. Oh, they still play What Do You Want From Me on the radio sometimes too. Adam
Yeah.
Lambert.
yeah, that will show up. Adam
Hmm.
Lambert's. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Adam Lambert.
I think there was a Lights song. Do you even know Lights, or is it just a Canadian thing?
Lights?
Yeah, do you know Lights?
I guess
It
not.
sounds familiar, but
Or
it's
or
like
is she just like a Canadian hit?
probably more of a Canadian thing.
Yeah, probably. She's okay.
I've heard the name, and I feel like it's something like that shows up on some like pop Spotify playlist or something like that.
Yeah, most likely. And then wasn't this year that Nickelback had that really dumb song This Afternoon?
I don't remember that.
That was
I
bad.
don't know.
That was
Let's
bad.
see.
Yeah, but how about we
Oh,
look
this
at
is the time LaRue had her one song.
LaRue?
LaRue, who wrote Bulletproof.
I don't
Which is-
remember that.
And basically this year would have been the year to figure it out. She's an English act, so it's probably not as big of a registry over here. But
Yeah.
maybe over there.
Well, there is that. So yeah, 2010 was good, and then 2011 I thought also was pretty decent. This is when you had Adele, which, you know, Rolling in the Deep, I've heard it way too many times, but it's still a good song.
So this is a good time to bring up some trends I've noticed, right? Because what's hitting on the top 100 songs of pop every single year depends a lot on what the economy is doing,
Yeah.
interestingly enough, right? Because 2008, 2009, when the economy was, shit, like really bad, the songs that were all coming out were very poppy, like more so than usual, and they're very, active and go dance and party and fuck and do drugs and that kind of shit, and they're very, very energetic songs.
Yeah.
But then as the economy gets better, they slow down and become a bit more relaxed and chilled out, which we start to see with 2011.
Yeah. Because, yeah, there's like, again, Someone Like You is a really strong song, actually. I think that's a great tune. That's probably, well, that and Skyfall are Adele's best songs, I think.
Yeah,
Skyfall's good.
I like Adele.
Yeah.
And I like Rolling in the Deep.
I don't like that Adele topped Utada Hikaru's record for week 1 sales, but I like Adele sometimes.
It'll be fine, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Utada held the record for 3 million albums sold in the first week, and Adele crushed it with 25. I was so mad.
I'm sorry, man.
I mean, Utada is better than Adele in every regard, but anyways.
Okay, man. Okay. Yeah, we had God.
We had a Party Rock Anthem, which I didn't like at the
Party
time,
Rock.
but I like in retrospect.
I do too.
I like
And
that.
so
in
I
retrospect.
really,
It was fun.
it took for them to break up that really made me start to like LMFAO.
That's true, actually. Same with me, because like they were so fun and stupid, but at the
Yeah,
time
they
I
were
was
fun
like,
and
"Whoa."
interesting, and I didn't give them enough credit at the time for just being crazy and
Yeah.
having a good time.
And okay, I love super bass. The instrumental. I love the instrumental in this song. Like I love that song. Just straight
I
up.
really like Super Bass, mostly because I just like Nicki Minaj and the way she does her voice, of how she can do the very high-pitched, girly voice straight to the "I'm a fucking rape ya" kind
Yeah.
of thing.
No, I like that song a lot. I don't always like Nicki Minaj, but that was a decent track. And you still had Katie with Last Friday Night, which that was a good song. And I didn't really love Firework. That's not one of my favorite of her songs.
I never liked
Me
Fireworks
neither.
much. I did like Last Friday Night.
Last Friday Night was fun. E.T. was kind of mediocre as well. That was one of the weaker songs on Teenage Dream.
E.T. was weird. I
But,
never
okay.
really got.
Okay, my favorite song from this year is Give Me Everything. I still love that song.
By
That's the Pitbull song.
Pitbull. Really?
It really just encapsulates the time period for me personally. That's why I like it a lot,
For me, this is when I was. The fall of 2011 was really good because they had a lot of very relaxed songs. I mean, they got Pumped Up Kicks came out. That was when,
Pumped Up Kicks. That was like the most surprise hit.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
that was
Pumped
a-
Up
It's
Kicks.
interesting.
Freaking Foster the People.
That was
fantastic.
a great song.
it's interesting because it's like it's about a school shooting,
But I
It
guess
is.
nobody knew.
and it's
I,
like
I mean, I personally, I realized it was a school shooting. Like, third time I heard it, and I digested all the lyrics for the first time.
I didn't know. it
But
the
like
first
months
time, yeah.
afterwards, people were still arguing. It's like, no, it's about World War II, and somebody else is like,
Oh.
no, it's about clowns who kill people.
Yeah. Because yeah, and
Fuck you
this
talking
year,
about?
obviously
this year
it's
and the
about
next year,
clowns.
they were like surprise indie hits, which never
They were.
happens anymore. It seems
And-
like.
Well, now because what once were surprise indie hits are now expected indie hits.
Maybe.
Well, and they're also it's what was quote unquote indie is now no longer indie. So
Yeah.
That's true.
It
like
moved away.
Lord is not,
Oh yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
considered like quote unquote indie, but it's like none of the music from the underground actually sounds like that anymore.
Yeah.
So
Of course, didn't Lorde come out with another album recently?
Oh, she's
Yeah,
coming out
I-
with
She
something.
did
I'm
her
actually
first album,
curious.
and then she disappeared forever. And then I was listening
Yeah, she's
to the
coming back now. She has new singles out.
I was in
haven't
my
heard
boss's
it yet,
office,
but
and he
I
was
do
listening to
want
radio, and all of a sudden I heard a voice. I'm like, "Is that fucking Lorde?"
Yeah. I mean, they're just kind of ballads, and I don't really always... The ballads are really hit or miss with me, and I thought they were just whatever songs, but... We'll talk about Lorde later, I
I'll
guess,
still
when she
listen to
comes
them.
up.
Say, that's true.
I liked Royals, but I never
Royals is
really
good.
followed up with
Well-
listening to her more.
With Royals, it's a bit of a harder hit, especially over here, because it's not about actual royalty. It's about the Kansas City Royals baseball team.
Oh, okay.
And I now live in Kansas City.
There
But
you
I always
go.
liked it from the beginning because it has a lot of those good themes of,
I prefer Weird
growing up
Al's
or
parody
dealing with that
Foil.
shit. And I can... Foil?
That was
What?
genius. Weird Al's great all the time. But yeah.
Weird Al is always fantastic.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we're not here to talk about that.
No.
Not today.
But okay,
We could do another time when we talk about...
Okay, moves like Jagger kind of pissed me off because of the Christina Aguilera cameo where she's like, "I'm in the car, I'm
Is that-
moving."
Okay.
Because this is the time of The Voice, and I did like The Voice for a couple seasons actually, especially when
And-
Shakira was on it. And
Also, why was Mick Jagger suddenly a popular figure to mention
because
in pop
because he
songs?
rhymes with swagger. That's the only reason why. Because
That's why.
what's her
Gotcha.
name? What's her name? I want you
Kesha.
back. Want you back. She had the song Swagger Jagger, and then obviously Kesha.
Yeah.
TikTok, and now moves like Jagger, which is a dumb song because he doesn't even have
Okay.
good moves.
I hated Moves Like Jagger when it first came out, but I eventually came around to it.
Yeah, that's not
I really did.
terrible. There are worse.
I eventually,
guess-
I guess, came around to Maroon 5 in general. It took
I
me a
thought
while.
still
they've
have
gotten
it yet.
significantly worse over time.
We're still living
Yeah.
in the age of Maroon 5, so it's maybe when they're gone and done with, I may realize their brilliance, but I haven't
Yeah.
quite yet.
Speaking of bands that were gone and done with already, Gym Class Heroes. You remember those guys?
No.
Yeah.
They did Stereo Hearts. That was another song that came out in the fall. That was
Oh,
just
this is
perfect.
also-
Featuring Adam Levine from
Yeah.
Maroon 5.
This is also the comeback of
Coincidental.
Britney Spears with "Hold It Against Me," which was lame, and then that's when Avril came out with "What the Hell," which was also not good.
And
And then
Diddy was
there's
still
Dynamite by Teo Cruz.
That's a terrible song. I hate that
by
stupid
Ted
song.
Cruz.
Okay, Rihanna's "We
Ted
Found
Cruz
Love."
Dynamite.
I think "We Found Love" was a
Okay,
great
go ahead.
song. Actually, I like that one. And,
And
Lady Gaga
Sexy,
with
Sexy
"You and
and I Know
I."
It.
"You and I" was a good song.
Sexy I Know It was dumb, but everyone loved it.
It was fun.
I really like Kanye West All the Lights.
I do too.
I've never given him a chance, so I don't know.
I mean, his stuff is pretty. It was very forward thinking for pop rap.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just hard to get over him as a person. That's the only thing for me. That's the only reason I never listened.
yeah,
to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
and I mean,
Kanye
that's-
West
that's-
as a person is scary. Like, if he was white, we'd all be afraid of him, but he's black, so we're not.
and
Okay.
that's in his music too, his personality. But I mean, it's also like tempered with like self-examination and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's-
Um,
it takes a certain amount of unbridled arrogance to make wonderful music, and that's basically what Kanye West has.
Wait, are we talking
So
about
Drake was-
2012 now, or?
We were talking about
Let's-
2011, but we can move on to 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to talk about the actual
somebody that I
biggest hit.
used to know.
Was
Go
obviously
ahead.
no "Call Me Maybe," which okay.
Well, both were good songs.
"Call Me Maybe" was a hit in Canada first. Actually, I remember it. It was like a minor hit here, and people were singing it in school. And then it disappeared and reappeared again when it went #1 in America. And that song wasn't it, but "Curiosity" is what got me into Carly Rae. And then she released what I think is the greatest album of this decade so far, "Emotion." And I was like, oh yes, it has been repaid. I always knew she had potential. But "Call Me Maybe" was just like a whatever kind of thing, I think.
Call Me Maybe was so fun and stupid, and I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many times I just broke out into that song with people when it came on at like Taco Bell or whatever.
Well, it's so catchy, and I
So you
just love
Well, and you
Carly's
remember, like-
innocent vibe to her
You
music.
remember
in
the
general.
melody because of those hits. The ba ba ba
Yeah, that's true.
ba ba ba.
Yeah.
da, da. And also, Somebody That I Used to Know is a good song.
That was
Although
a good
very,
song.
very overplayed.
Very
Um,
overplayed. Because I
the
was
thing
very
about that
aware.
song-
Because in one of my classes in school, the radio was always on, so I remember a lot of these songs really well. Like there was that one Dead Mouse song. What was it called? The Velt. I love that song. It's still. I don't think it was a big hit though. It's not on this list actually.
Okay, I'm not saying it. With Somebody I Used to Know, there's two things about the song. Because there was a radio pop remix of it, which I think is what everyone's familiar with. But if you just listen to the regular version, it feels entirely different.
Really? I didn't know there
Like,
was
it's
another
still got
one.
that
Well,
kind of
that's the
slow
version I know.
sadness to it, but I
It's
like
got
the
the like.
regular version a lot more.
It's got the what the xylophone on it. The original, right?
I think so.
No, this
And
single had
it's-
the xylophone on it too.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know. The one that I heard was played on the college radio station all the time. So I imagine it was the original that I heard.
Well, they always
Oh.
played the xylophone one here, so I don't know.
No, because the one I always heard on the radio it was like 1.5 times speed and has a bass beat in it for no goddamn reason.
Okay, I
Well,
don't
you know,
remember.
like SL100, they have like DJs on there remixing the stuff or something. And I always wondered why they do that, because it's like sometimes it's not even like for the benefit of the song. It's just, you know,
DJs
to-
have to do something.
yeah. So, but yeah, that's
Okay.
SL100 in particular, like messes with, like they have remixes of the song.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I hated Fun, and I still hate them. I still think these are shit songs that they did. I
But
hate those
Janelle
songs.
Monáe is great.
Okay, but I think that We Were Young and Some Nights, I just don't like those songs at all.
I was like,
You
I
gotta-
really
I
like
don't
something.
care about Fun, but you've got to listen to Janelle Monáe.
I've never even heard of her until now, but okay.
Arc Android is great, like
Okay.
just R&B ish record.
Yeah.
So also the Electric Lady too.
All
That's
right.
good.
Yeah, because I didn't like those. And do you want to blow my whistle, baby? Oh, God.
So baby, let me know.
This is another very memorable year for me. Like, oh, okay, Set Fire to the Rain was a great song from Adele.
Yeah.
That was good.
Good one.
Party Rock
Oh.
Anthems up there again.
Yeah, and okay, Payphone has like the chorus, but I don't remember the rest of that song because it's just a chorus to me, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember Payphone.
It's no, I'm at a payphone trying to.
this is when I was working at Walmart pushing carts, and I heard that song like every day driving to work because I had
Oh,
a half-hour
God.
drive.
Oh, I was in Walmart and they were playing Carly Rae, Your Type, and I had like a minor freak out inside. Just inside though.
Whenever I see Payphone, but I think of the Primitive Gods song from like 1996.
And it's
It's
not
like
that.
standing outside a broken payphone with money in my hand.
Oh yeah.
But
Titanium. Titanium was a good song. With Sia. Or David Guetta and Sia.
I remember listening to Titanium. I don't remember anything about Titanium.
I don't remember it being on the radio. Okay, and Owl City, I don't like them, but their song with Carly Rae, Good Time, was a good track. I like that.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. And what else was there? Okay, Nicki Minaj,
Boyfriend.
Starships. Starships was not a good song. That was just a lame version of Super Bass, really.
It's Boyfriend by Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Yeah.
When he tried to come back and it didn't, like, no.
and it was even worse than before somehow.
Yeah. Oh, there's the true breakout hit of the year, which is Gangnam Style.
Oh God, that was
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing.
I think that really hit the top of the chart in 2013.
That's the
maybe.
only time that like a foreign language song has done that recently. Still, it's at least remarkable for that, you know.
Yeah, I mean it. I really wish Gangnam Style had introed us into this whole thing where we got overseas music a lot
That'd
more
be
often.
nice.
Like,
But
you know,
the
stuff
only
that wasn't
reason it was a
English,
hit, the only reason it's a hit is because it's a meme song, and because it's making
That's
fun of
true.
itself. It's not because it's a seriously
Yeah.
good song, just because it's silly, and it has that
No.
music video.
I want to
you
say
know.
his follow-up song did also hit the charts.
That's because people were still looking at him, and then people got tired of him, and
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just a meme, really, more than anything.
It's
And
true.
okay,
But if it was
Jessie
just
J.
the one song that was worth anything, he still would have only made the one.
Yeah,
At the very least.
Jessie J, Domino. That was a Katy Perry song, pretty much, but I thought that was good.
All right, I always forget that isn't A Katy Perry song.
It sounds just like Katy, yeah. This is also when Katy released the one that got away, and it failed to reach #1, which she would have broke Michael Jackson's, because she had 5 #1 hits off Teenage Dream, and Michael had 5 off Bad, and she would have beat him, but the one that got away was pretty much a flop, which is ironic given the title, but you know.
Yeah.
How about 2013 then?
All right, 2013. All I remember from this
Thrift
year,
Shop, Blurred Lines, Gross.
what I remember most from this year is Roar, I think, but
Radioactive.
Radioactive.
Harlem Shake. Ew.
Harlem Shake is
Oh,
that only
okay,
became popular
Mirrors.
because of Filthy
That, no,
Frank.
that was truly a meme song.
That was all Filthy Frank's fault. That became a thing. Yeah.
Is that how that became a
Mirrors.
thing?
Yeah,
It's never
he's the
happened.
originator who did the dance. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And
Mirrors
yeah, like
is a
all
good song.
Mirrors is a great song. But all the top 5 songs are complete shit, I think. They're just
Yeah.
absolutely
Fuck you.
terrible.
That's
I will
like
stand behind Thrift Shop till the day I die.
I won't because I think it sucks.
No, because here's the thing, right? My taste in rap music is very lyrically heavy and very literate kinds of songs, and that's what Macklemore does with Thrift Shop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fair enough.
I-
but
I don't know.
No, I didn't like that. And
I
Blurred
mean,
Lines has
I'll
no
take your
business
word on
being
that because I
anywhere.
haven't heard it in a long time, but I'm skeptical.
Like the
Yeah.
first
Oh,
time I heard it, I thought it was just dumb, but the more and more I listened to it and realized that
Rapplemore.
Macklemore actually knows how to rap properly,
Okay.
and he also has that kind of shitty humor that I enjoy. And we'll get to it later, but his Downtown is
Daft
great.
Punk released a freaking great album that year, and Get Lucky was a great song. I didn't like it at the time because I thought it was too repetitive, but that's a great song. And Bruno Mars with Locked Out of Heaven was pretty good as well.
Mhm.
Daft Punk was good. It's not the song that I think should have charted off that, but
Well, it was like
had
the most
Pharrell
hit
stuff.
worthy off Random Access Memories, so it was like the most
Well, there was like Doing It Right
doing it right.
didn't.
Yeah.
chart, and there were a few, but yeah,
Okay, Wrecking
Um,
Ball was another song that just made me barf every time I heard it.
there's also Avicii
What?
in general. There's also Avicii in general.
Avicii.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
It's
his music, Avicii.
What the hell are you talking about right now?
Wake Me
number
Up.
19.
I don't
Wake me up.
remember that. Is
Wake
this...
me up inside. Wake
Yeah,
me
like
up.
what year are we? I thought we were just 2013, but okay.
Every time I see that song, I think, what? It's 2013. That can't be right. That's a typo.
Yeah, that's the thing. And oh god. Oh,
This is
scream
where-
and
Wake
scream and
me
shout.
up
Scream and
Before you
shout.
go, girl.
I'm gonna make a declaration
Oh,
that
Scream and
Scream and
Shout.
Shout. It's not the worst song of this year, actually. Like
It's
it
not.
isn't, but it's not good either.
I'll say I'm glad to see AWOL Nation finally shows up and becomes a thing. I don't know if anybody else but me remembers AWOL Nation, but
Yeah, I don't.
I remember like people talking about them a lot, but I never sought them out ever.
Sail is probably one of... It's a B-side on that album. It really is. There's so many more worthy songs. I don't know why Sail was the one that became it. But Sail was off their first album, which isn't bad, but it's kind of a collection of singles. Their second album, though, Run, is fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Lord shows up.
Yeah,
Lord shows up.
I didn't like Lord at the time, but in retrospect, that was a good track.
And Charlie XCX.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard
I
her last EP
don't
was
know.
really good, but I haven't listened to it yet. It was PC Music, and they're always pretty reliable.
That's
with
what
their production.
Blanthony Hanmano said. Yeah.
Well, I believe PC Music. I know they've worked with Carly Rae Jepsen before. I don't know if they worked with her on Emotion,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
they're like Caro Caro Bonito is PC Music,
Oh, okay. I have to
um,
listen to this then.
so
That's
yeah.
that's the selling point. But oh, okay.
Caro
Also
Caro
here,
Bonito.
Benito Generation is freaking amazing though. I can't believe how good that
is.
album is. Oh my
But
god.
that's 2016.
Okay, Taylor Swift 22 is my favorite Taylor Swift song. It just is.
Really? 22?
It just is. It just is. It just is. I just love that song.
Okay.
It just is.
I mean, it might be in. I get
Back
it.
when-
I mean, it's
and
probably
then
not
there
a
was-
popular opinion, but my favorite Taylor Swift songs are all her old country ones.
They're better than like I think that like I Knew You Were Trouble was a terrible song. I did not like that song at all.
But have you listened to it with the goat screaming?
Yes, and that is much better. That is much better.
Trouble.
Yeah,
God,
that was
there was
good.
one night where I was the only sober person in our apartment, and we crammed like 6 people into my car, which holds 5. And we were going to Walmart in like a snowstorm, and that song came on the radio, and you get 5 drunk people
just doing the goat
screaming
sounds.
every time.
Oh God. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to kill them all,
Naturally.
along with
But yeah.
myself.
2013 was, there were a lot of
There was
a lot of
well,
really
there
bad,
was-
a lot of really
Hard
bad
to know
songs.
that
Swimming
Ed Sheeran
pools.
shows up.
Oh yes, yeah, drink, yeah.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, yeah.
Yeah.
With Good Kid, Mad City, that album, which is amazing, by the way.
I still gotta listen to him, but that song
Very-
is decent.
That's yeah. I mean that album is very lyric heavy, rap.
I only know that from when one of my friends played it in the car all the time. I thought it was just like this stupid song. I didn't realize it actually had a meaning.
It's about it's about alcohol, his alcohol.
Yeah, because I heard the song, I was like, this is just some stupid party song, and I was
Yeah,
like,
see,
wait.
the songs, like, when you hear the songs isolated, it's when he raps about, like, a certain time in his life, he raps about it, like, as if he's living that time again.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's like he's
Yeah.
sort of tells his story chronologically by showing how his perspective changed
That's
on
cool.
that album. So,
You know what's cooler than
yeah,
that, though? There's
What?
another meme song this year. What does the fox say?
oh gosh, that
Again,
God, that
why?
song.
song was a plague.
It
Okay.
was a plague.
So I first heard that song at like 7 a.m. because I had a really early
Oh.
class.
Yeah.
And because the professor is a younger, cooler guy, we'd always watch like 5 YouTube videos before actually doing anything. And one morning we watched that like 3 times just on repeat because we couldn't get enough of it in our tired, sleep-addled minds. So it's always going to have a special place in my heart.
Well, as long as
Special.
it has a place in someone's heart.
Yeah,
See, there's a lot of songs this year that aren't objectively great, but I secretly love.
That's
Like I
alright.
really like Die Young by Kesha.
I didn't really
really
like
good.
that as much as the other stuff, but
So,
yeah.
Also,
and, you know,
Lana Del
there's-
Rey did Summertime Sadness.
Okay, I
Those-
think Started From the Bottom was another song I hated.
Oh,
that's-
I love
don't
that,
like that
song.
one.
I
love
don't
that song.
I don't love it at all.
The production on that song is like I don't know.
Maybe,
Ill,
but I find it
to say the
very
least.
I find
It
it
is
very
ill.
annoying.
I really well, I wouldn't say I really like the A-Team, but that was back when Ed Sheeran showed potential.
And I don't like that guy at all. I never liked any of his songs, and I still don't.
So, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Ed Sheeran now. But again, that was back when he showed potential.
Yeah, and again, he's playing guitar at least. Probably one of the only songs like that on here.
And then also of note is UOENO, which Rick Ross talked about date rape
Oh, charming.
in a condoning manner. Also blurred lines. So
Yeah, Blurred
not a
Lines.
gr-
Is,
not-
that's what a shit song. Just
not a great.
at least Weird Al made it good with Word Crimes. That's all I'm gonna say.
that one, Word Crime's great. Problem,
Yeah.
I heard Blurred Lines because I worked at Target this summer.
Rest in
So,
peace,
like,
Target.
Rest in peace, Target. Canada. We have to. Target
Yes.
itself is not gone, just the Canadian version of it.
Just a,
Rest in peace, Target Canada. I miss it so much, man. I can't tell you.
But I stocked shelves, and like, especially during, I forget what was it. There was a bunch of big like kid-heavy movies coming out that summer, so
Frozen.
lots of
oh
toys
wait, no,
were going
you
up.
said that summer.
But I remember one time building a like giant toy display for like what was Planes or Planes 2 or
Oh,
some shit like
Jesus.
that.
Yeah.
One of the fucking Cars
Freaking
spin-off movies.
planes.
Fucking Planes.
Lame.
But that song was playing on the TVs, which are right across at the electronics department, and it's only like 30 seconds at a time.
Oh god, yes, because Target had those things that repeated all the time, the commercials that drove me crazy too.
God,
Ugh.
I've heard one section of Blurred Lines a billion more times than I have the rest.
I'm so sorry. I had to hear a Disney Infinities commercial all the time. That was awful.
Oh, I also had to watch the commercial for Jack and the Beanstalk. Did
Oh,
anyone see that movie?
sorry.
Literally
No.
anybody?
No,
Nobody saw that movie.
no one.
I'm so sorry, Ian McGregor. You're a good actor, but Jesus fucking Christ.
So yeah, there's 2013, 2014 is
2015.
See.
Happy, Pharrell Williams, #1. Jesus Christ.
2014. 2013 is when I lost faith in Katy Perry, and Dark Horse is her worst song ever. I hate it a lot. I think it's
What
shit.
was Dark Horse? I don't remember Dark Horse.
I
Dark
don't know.
Horse was
Well,
an
I remember
obnoxious song with the terrible freaking
existing.
speaker destroying bass, and I just Prism was
I
such a
remember it
disappointment.
existing, but I don't remember it.
Prism was such a disappointment to me. Yeah.
2014 is where I really started slipping.
As soon as I opened the page, I scrolled down to make sure I saw "Ain't It Fun" by Paramore, because that
that's a
song
good track.
is a great track.
Yeah, it's a
Great album.
Ain't It Fun was like the last song on 2013.
No, that was Still Into You.
Was that?
It's on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
"Ain't It Fun" is like 47, I believe.
Oh, it is Still Into You.
I think it charted even higher at some point. But yeah, that's a great. I still hear
Yeah.
it, and like it's just a good song.
This is also
I've always kind of liked Paramore, so I
Yeah,
can't complain too bad.
they always had like good songs, and that album was really when they tried to branch out a lot more, and that it works. They wore it well. I think they got the right people. So
yeah. This is also I think why was R. Kelly on a Lady Gaga song? Why did anyone give him work again?
That's a good question.
R. Kelly,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
I mean,
Why?
I Believe I Can Fly is pretty good, but I guess after Trapped in the Closet,
God, fucking Wiggle.
Fancy
Jason
was
Derulo.
this year.
Fancy, that was a
I
bad
have
song.
to talk.
I did not like Fancy.
I have to talk about. So my driving instructor was like had a thick Southern accent, chewed tobacco,
Yeah.
and he always talked about how the music of the 70s and 80s was the best music. Just
Yeah.
period. The pop music ain't good now. But for some reason, he would always, like when he was turning radio stations, he would always stop when Fancy was on.
Did he say anything
And
about
just
it? Or
leave
did
it
he
on.
just-
No, he never said any. Nobody ever said anything to him about it. I was
Just
I
stared
mean,
quietly into the middle distance.
I was just like, he was just like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Black Sabbath and Bon Jovi.
I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers are still good.
I would disagree. I would say if I were to single out somebody who is like the good band in the bunch that he in the bunch that I said, I can't even remember the I remember he said Red Hot Chili Peppers, but Black Sabbath of those three bands. But anyway,
I mean, they did just release a song about having sex with a robot.
Black Sabbath did.
No, Red Hot Chili Peppers did.
So Father John Misty just released a song that has a line about going to bed with Taylor Swift, like in virtual reality simulator. So
Okay.
that's kind of attracted some. I'm interested to hear that album because there have been a couple of interesting interviews with him lately where he's just like completely like harping on basically anything.
Oh, speaking of Taylor Swift, I thought "Shake It Off" was a garbage song.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
crazy.
it's kind of sucked.
I'm not
Oh.
crazy about 1989 songs in
Nah,
general.
there wasn't a lot of good stuff on there, and also
I liked Red that.
I thought "Stay With Me" was absolutely horrific. Just puke every time it came on.
Which one? Stay with me.
That's Sam Smith.
Yeah, the lame death
I
ballad.
liked. Stay with me was okay. In the right mood, it would strike.
Maybe all about that bass was also garbage. Absolutely
yeah.
horrific.
Anything with Iggy Azalea on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Can I say a second? Just fucking Azalea, because the first song I heard of hers was Black Widow, which starts with an amazing like 8-bit boss intro theme, and then turns to utter shit immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? She's a
it's
great and talented rapper. She's
Okay.
Although
Yeah,
I'm sure
sure.
it might be an unpopular opinion, but I still really like Turn Down for What.
it's not the worst thing ever.
I
The worst thing
hardly
ever.
remember
You know what
it.
song I hate is
It's-
Demons. Imagine I hate Imagine Dragons, and I think Demons is just shit.
I'm not a fan of Imagine Dragons either.
I used to think that the
Also-
song was like "That's My Kingdom Come" or whatever. It was like.
Do you remember
Demons, or I don't know. It
Rude?
sucked. Yeah, that was like. I mean, it's a song about arranged marriages, right? That's kind of amusing.
No, I don't think so. It's like a song
Yeah,
about...
or no, like asking the dad to marry. I mean, that's what I meant to
Yeah.
say.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that one got on my nerves real quick.
It was an
So what-
annoying, like, kind of reggae-ish track.
Why
Eh?
you gotta be so rude?
Yeah.
So basically, like, I went to a lot of weddings in 2015, and every one of them played that song.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also, let's see, Chandelier. Okay, Chandelier has a great chorus. Great
Yeah.
chorus.
Definitely.
Verse is bad.
Mhm.
Awful. Like, I don't know, her vocal approach kind of just wasn't totally working at that point. I like her vocal approach now, but like the way she sang the verses, and with also with lines like "Party girls don't cry," you know,
Yeah.
just
Now, I don't want to contradict her. She's actually a very famous pop star, but
She's
party
very-
girls cry a lot.
they
I went to a
do.
lot of parties, specifically in the time when she wrote that song, and they cry a lot.
They do.
I've been to so many parties, such as the one in my basement, and the other one in my basement, where I played records and looked at the television set. Also on the list.
Are your days soundtracked by "In the Garage" by Weezer?
I've only
Do you
listened
remember
to,
that?
I've only listened to Pinkerton, but yeah.
Oh,
You know what?
Blue Album has.
Oh, I haven't
In the
listened to
Garage.
Blue Album yet, but I really like "You Take I like that song. And
In the Garage has a line about Kiss posters on the wall.
oh, then it has to be my new favorite Weezer song. Then that's an instant
anyway.
favorite. Anyways, this is when they came up with the Michael Jackson, the second post-death one, and I thought "Love Never Felt So Good" without Justin Timberlake. Screw that guy, get him out of there. Why was he even on that track? That was disgraceful. But just the Michael track was actually good. But I feel like it's something that should have never been released. They should have never released those albums because Michael would have never wanted that. But that was a great song. So I don't know.
There's
Oh wow, Shakira
Let's
had a
see.
comeback.
Oh yeah.
I hear that song "Best Day of My Life" like way more now than I did back then. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm sad Congos is so far down the list. I like Congos.
I like Katy Perry's Birthday. I thought that was one of the better
Oh
songs in
fuck
prison.
that song.
Well, it was kind of fun. It was kind of a fun little.
Oh
groove.
god, no.
It's better than
She
Dark
takes like
Horse.
10 seconds out of it just to sing one big
Okay,
big
that was
big
silly, but
balloons.
yeah,
Everything else is
2000
fine. Cut that out. It'd be a great
2014
song.
was when pop really just started to just blech for me.
Pop.
know, I don't know. Then
Pop started to pop.
pop bubble.
2015, like okay,
Two-
Uptown
Pop bubble
Uptown
pop.
2015. Are we calling it quits on
Alright.
14?
Uptown
All right,
Funk
we're
was a
at the
great
final
song.
year of our thing.
All right, where is the 2015 list? It's not on Wikipedia.
Go on Wikipedia, it's on there.
Yeah, I'm on Wikipedia,
I mean,
but it's
I'll send you there. Click that link.
There you
Did I
go.
just-
Yeah, but
All right,
again,
cool.
Uptown Funk was actually a pretty good song.
Like
That
that-
Ed Sheeran song was terrible. I thought it sucked. See You Again
Which
was
one?
awful. And then you have like the trap songs.
Sugar is okay. I like Shut Up and Dance, even though it's very overplayed.
I didn't like
Oh.
Bad Blood.
Yeah,
I
thought
love
about
the
that.
Blank
Screamo
Space-
remix of Blood Blood.
Blank
I've not
Space
heard
was
that.
okay, but Bad Blood I didn't
I
like.
really don't like Blank Space.
It was overplayed, but I thought it was one of her better songs off the album, at least.
I
I
can't
like
remember it.
the video of Bad Blood a lot.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can say
I
about it.
mean, I
guess.
would just load up the video and watch it. That's basically the only time I interacted with that song.
Yeah,
'Cause this is the time where I just stopped listening to the top 40 stations.
yeah. 2015. I don't. This is when I stopped caring. Really, I don't know a lot of these songs. I didn't like The Weeknd. I don't think it's
This was
terrible.
when-
But
Kendrick Lamar started taking basically any feature.
oh yeah, that's right.
Like he was on Bad Blood, he was on the video,
Yeah.
and he was
just-
on a Maroon 5 song recently, and it's just, I mean, his verses are good. I mean, he's a good rapper, but like, it's just the,
What was the last
songs.
time he made a song anyone cared about by himself?
Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
He made To Pimp a
Well,
Butterfly.
you know that
in
album that he came out with
2015.
in 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
know.
pretty huge. That's why
Yeah.
he was taking all these features, was because he had just released an album and like people were looking at him and saying, "Hey, you want this feature?" And I'm guessing he's just kind of a nice guy who does that kind of thing regardless of whether or not he likes the song.
Maybe.
So-
Yeah. 2015. Like it feels like it was so long ago, yet it wasn't. There are a lot of great J-pop songs like Scandal, Stamp, and Passport released Beef or Chicken that year. And again,
Oh, and
obviously, Emotion, freaking obviously nothing of that charted because it was too good. But you know,
Sure. Exactly.
yeah, because it
Oh my
was.
God.
I mean, it
Funny
was
I'm
good.
Heard that
It's-
one a lot.
Every song off Emotion is better than any single song on this freaking list. 100%, I believe that. But you know,
Take it easy, brother.
I'm just saying.
I might agree with that statement, though. That might not be so rash looking at the selection.
I mean, unless
But-
you like Nick Jonas, Jealous.
No, it's better than
Hello's-
basically everything else the Jonas has put out.
Yeah.
That's true.
Do you
Hello
remember
is a
Camp
decent
Rock?
song.
Camp
Way
Rock?
over-
You remember Camp Rock?
I do remember Camp Rock.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to.
Demi Lovato.
There is and obviously the Jonas Brothers show, or
Yeah.
they had two shows.
Not as
Yeah.
good as the Naked Brothers band.
Naked Brothers band was a better. They had a better Nick.
Remember
That's
how
what
you couldn't understand any of their lyrics because they were all like the same? It's our music that waters.
Nick-
Or whatever.
Nick Wolf greater than sign Nick Jonas.
Yeah, that's true. They had that Asian bass player too, right?
Yeah. So 2015 had Stitches by Shawn Mendes.
Oh,
which is
God.
Nation.
Uh,
Mm,
Tripping over myself. That's like the epitome of like teen melodrama right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this year I don't have a lot of sentiment for any of these songs at all.
I'm gonna be.
because-
I like 4 or 5 seconds.
I mean, it has
Ooh.
Paul McCartney on it.
I did like that one.
Yeah.
4 or 5 seconds was
That's-
good.
It's very relatable.
To be honest, I've never heard the song. I just know that they debuted that new Old Man on that track.
Yeah, and also
Has that old guy released any music since then, or did like
Well,
people
he was
know him
on
before?
not Kendrick's, Kanye's Only One.
Oh, but did he make
Before that.
music before something? That old guy? Like, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think. I mean,
Did he? Like, I don't remember.
oh, you've got Ray Shremmer here.
Okay.
Oh. But boy,
Oh yeah,
boy.
bang 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 bang. Oh god, that was okay. It was
Bang,
better-
bang. Yeah, bang, bang. was
They
okay.
are okay.
It was better than a
They're
lot of
just
these songs.
okay trap.
Yeah.
But they're from Mississippi, so I've got to rep them.
What are you
Sure.
talking about?
I don't know if he knows what Mississippi is.
What are you talking about right now? I was talking about
it's-
Bang Bang, the song with Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj.
Oh, well, I was backing up because I said Ray Shremmer. I thought that was what we were talking about.
No, that was all I was talking about.
We're not talking. What? I'm lost.
I think Manimal's probably the most lost.
By the way, I'm bothered by the fact that there's a song called "How Deep Is Your Love" and it's not the Beach.
There are quite a few songs, actually, called How Deep Is Your Love.
But the
Yeah, it
the Bee Gees one is the only good one with that title.
Maybe it's a cover.
Is there okay? I mean, maybe I don't remember that
Yeah.
song.
Well, it's
But-
not as good as the Bee Gees one from
Oh,
Saturday
sure,
Night
sure.
Fever.
Fucking Bee Gees.
They're great. Don't diss the Bee Gees because they made the best frickin' disco music ever. Besides
How many of them are
besides Michael Jackson's "Off the Wall," which is the best disco
How
album
many
in
of the Bee
history.
Gees are dead?
All of them except for the main guy, Barry.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard there was a joke I saw somewhere the other day, and he kept changing which of the Bee Gees were already dead, and he
Oh,
kept,
no, it's
nobody
Barry.
nobody could contradict him.
Yeah.
Who's
it's
gonna
Barry.
know besides you?
And those are his brothers too. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Could do that with the Beastie Boys, I think.
Wait, they're dead Beastie
There's only
Boys.
There's one.
Yeah,
Beastie
two.
Boys. That's why the Beastie
Really?
Boys. There's
I
two
thought
dead.
it was two.
There's only 3 Beastie Boys to begin with.
No, well, there were technically 4 because there was one who was the drummer and then he left. Like back when they were a hardcore punk band, the drummer.
Which one's married to Kathleen Hanna?
I didn't know that any of them were married to Kathleen Hanna.
Yeah, one of them is.
They seem like they're too old to be married to Kathleen Hanna.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a couple. There's basically 3 main Beastie Boys though,
Yeah,
and once what was it? It was MCA who died, right?
yeah. Once they he died in like what 2012.
Yeah, something like that. Basically, at that point, they said we're not going to make music anymore because we're not the Beastie Boys anymore,
Yeah,
which is a good decision in my estimation.
yeah. But they before they did the rap thing, they were like a hardcore punk band, and they were a quartet, I think.
And my problem is I only care about them once they're a rap band because that's
I
the
care about
best.
both Beastie Boys, but the rap version is definitely the obviously the more iconic and in some ways more interesting version.
yeah.
I didn't even know they had a punk beginning.
Oh, there's a timeline
Yeah.
with all of them on the Wikipedia page. If you scroll
Yeah,
down,
that's Wikipedia has that feature, which is nice to know for like bands with changing lineups. Like
Yeah.
you need to know every King Crimson lineup ever.
Oh god, they've had so many.
All you need to know about King Crimson is that Robert Fripp was in it the whole time.
And
but,
all you need to know is that one Screaming Face album, right?
Oh yeah, have you listened to that yet?
No, I was going to, but it's not on Spotify, so I gotta get up.
Yeah, you can't find it on any streaming site
Yeah,
because Fripp is well,
not fast.
not
so
not a fan of streaming really.
so according to this, John Barry was a part of the Beastie Boys for approximately 6 months, and then they replaced him with Ad Rock, which means he really wasn't part of the Beastie Boys.
Gotcha.
And then there's Kate
But he died.
Schellenbach, who was
There
drums
were
percussion.
two John
until
Barrys in
84.
music who died. And there were 2 John Barrys who died in 2016.
Huh.
What do you know?
What about 2016? I mean, me and Manimal did charting songs of 2016.
Yeah,
I mean, I stopped listening after this.
again, 2016 also was not a good year.
I'll be honest. I like the charting 21 Pilot songs. I listened to the
honestly,
album
I don't
Blurry
even
Face,
know what it is. If you,
and that's
I don't even know.
Blurry
21
Face
Pilots
is a chore to get through.
Blurry
But
Face
I like their
weird.
charting songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the charting songs did. House of Gold chart.
House of Gold
House of Gold
by 21 Pilots.
by 21 Pilots. I think it's called House of Gold.
Don't
It's
think
sing
so.
about it a lot.
That's not on Blurry Face.
Is it not?
Which I mean,
Okay. 7 years.
There
is
was,
a
Okay, it's
shit
off
song.
Vessel. I'll take that back. Oh, I like 7 Years.
I don't.
I don't remember 7. What's 7 years?
It's that
Uh,
annoying one. Wow, sure.
Oh no, it's really sad. It's got some heart to it.
By the way, I was bothered this year that Bieber managed to get 2 songs in the year end. Like he almost beat the Beatles record because the Beatles once had 5 songs occupied the top 5 spots on Billboard, and Bieber came pretty close to beating that. Thank God he didn't, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I suppose we should say this officially wraps up the 8 years of pop music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
9
done the
years.
8 years.
Some-
8.5.
7 years.
Nobody gives a shit about
Seven-
Many years.
7 years was on the 9th year of 8 years of pop music.
Yeah, something like that. We had a great
Word
discussion
happened.
in which we said that was a good song, and we talked over each other, and we sang for 2 seconds.
as we do.
Yes. Now, we've been going for like an hour 27. I'm sure that we can make this longer, but we probably shouldn't, but we could.
Let's not.
How about we discuss the donut?
Boil the frog.
Boil the frog, yeah. Okay, so Pipus found this thing. It's like you go on Spotify. Or no, you don't go on Spotify. You go on this website,
it's
and you find 2 artists,
link here.
and they make a playlist of how you get to the 2 artists, right?
Does it like translate between the two of them? Like it slowly moves
Yeah.
over?
Yeah, because if you
Slowly
put like
transitions.
if you put like the Beastie Boys and Perfume, it will find like how to transition to the 2 artists smoothly.
All right. I want to see. Okay. I want to see how we can transition from Doomtree to the Bee Gees.
Stuff like this happens. Like, what was Pipus? You posted like some classical guy, and then I put like Herbie Hancock or Miles Davis, and that was the most that I managed to get.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, God actually does it.
me and Manimal Manimal and I had a competition. Had a competition to see who could find the who could make the playlist using Boil the Frog that had the most songs in it, because it had to transition. It was a longer transition. And I'm trying to find it right now.
Yeah, it was like some classical guy and Herbie Hancock, and also he used K-pop groups like Orange Caramel. It's harder to get those going.
This is a pretty sharp drop off. I mean, it's probably a hard one to do, anyways.
You'd be
All right.
surprised how quickly
Here,
some of
wait.
them add up.
All right, yeah, I found it. Okay. All right. So I think we started. Let's see. I got 20 songs with, and that was John Cage to Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray.
So you know the guy who did 4:33, the 4 minutes and 33 seconds of silence, to Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
And then you got 27 songs with Herbie Hancock to Orange Caramel, a K-pop group.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And a lot of like if you
And
do
then-
like a punk group and like a J-pop group, like usually like Bish will easily link the 2. So some of these are really smooth like that.
Arcangelo Corelli with Napalm Death was 28. And then you did Antonio Vivaldi with Overkill, which was 29, I think.
Oh yeah,
Or
that
maybe
was the
30.
most, wasn't it?
No, that was 27. Yeah, so it was like thrash and classical, which shows the flaw in the algorithm, because those aren't the most unlike genres.
I mean,
world.
Yngwie.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
he's
all
not
of them were, like,
thrash, but
all of them were influenced by classical music and had like the arpeggiations that classical musicians would use and stuff.
yeah.
John Cage to Billy Ray Cyrus is a harder sell.
Are you sure? Billy Ray, he's pretty great,
Billy Ray, the avant-garde composer. Billy Ray Cyrus.
In a way, could you view anything as avant-garde?
I mean,
No.
No, straight up.
depends who you ask, I guess.
Oh, that reminds me that I listened to 2 Virgins, the John and Yoko album, where they just leave a tape recorder going and Yoko yodels while John like plays the piano and birds are chirping for 30 minutes. It was entertaining.
I
But-
think we could consider that a bit avant-garde.
It was only good because it
Yeah.
was John and Yoko. If it was anyone else, it would just be some whatever thing. But because it's John and Yoko, it's like, okay. It's not a secret masterpiece, though. A secret masterpiece would be my 5th album, Midnight Stella, now available on poptarthero.bandcamp.com. Discover the great tracks, such as Cozy Nosy, Lovely Maidens Burn the Garden, No Wave for Kitty, and other great hits of smashing. It sucks, don't listen to it, please.
Part of this nutritious breakfast.
Pretty much, yeah. But
Just
okay.
listen to it every morning.
Oh, that's nice. You know, start your morning
Yeah.
off with garbage. Anyway,
Just
technically,
be like, it's gotta get better from here.
yeah, pretty much. That's why you listen to Trout Mask Replicas sometimes, so you can feel better, right? Although I do love Trout Mask in its own way. Anyways, I
I've
think
gotta
we.
show you Melt Banana's cover of
Oh Jesus!
Surfing USA.
Oh no, that only must be amazing. Anyways, I think we've gone on for long enough. I'm gonna turn on the thrift store keyboard. Here we. Oh. I think we've gone on. You know, we talked about some pop. We've talked about some gop, and we let it flow like yop. Do you have any
Let's
parting?
not talk about the GOP, please.
Do you have any parting shots to take?
Parting shots.
Yeah.
Parting
any-
shot.
This is gonna get intense.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. If you're feeling like you should have a time, just a time, you should listen to 800 pop songs in a row to see how that makes you feel.
Yeah.
That's
do
a
that.
time.
That's a time.
I'll play you a pop song right now. It goes like this. This has been the Manga Raiders. Happy. Tune in next time.